Yeah, today is my favorite topic, skin. And we're not just going to talk about what we do with the face, but it'd be nice to talk about skin in general, your arms, your body, your neck, your feet. We're covered with skin. So it's great that we know what we need to do with skin and try and look after it with whatever supplies we have at home. Just a few things that you need to possibly get, nothing crazy expensive. You can invest in one or two that you feel that you need to get, but other than that, I think I love looking at very simple, easy kind of skincare. I'm basically lazy, so I don't think I want to even bother doing something really elaborate. I don't do as much of facials outside. I would try one session normally just to see how it goes and what it is all about, so that if somebody among my clients or friends ask me, then I kind of know what the procedure is or what the treatment is about. But other than that, I'm not a big fan. I'm just trying to see. I don't see how I can add somebody. Okay. I thought we could do that, Lenny. I'm not sure. Okay, great. Started a watch party. That's perfect then. So I will just keep going on. Yeah, so face, of course, is the first thing that everybody sees. And if you are a little bit of a makeup person, I wouldn't say, a lot of makeup all the time, but just a little bit of makeup. It is great to work on your canvas rather than have to cover up more that's on your skin. And I would say even with age, even the young teens and the adolescent tend to have breakouts and acne, and even older women tend to have acne prone skin and breakout due to different hormonal reasons and things like that. So definitely you need to work on the inside. What you're eating, what you're drinking makes a big difference. And then yes, you sort out the outside. So it's always a balance of the outside with the inside. You can't just do one and completely neglect the other. If your diet and your what do I say, your intake of water and liquids and solids is so well balanced that it really glows on the outside, you still need to ever so slightly look into how you can take off the dead skin that comes on the surface of skin all over your body. So one of my favorite techniques is, I love using natural oils. So any big bottle, if you can just even get cold pressed coconut oil, that works. If you want something heavier, you could just go in for olive oil. There's tons of massage oil options in the market. So I use one or two varieties of massage oils that I get from India, which are completely natural. They're quite light, like the coconut oil, so it doesn't leave that really sticky feeling. That's, I think, very important for me when I use oils. I don't like the oils really heavy, where even on the skin when I use it, I get a very sticky feeling. So one easy way to tell, I don't know whether you can see, so if you see the oil, shake it and see. If it moves a little bit more easily and is not really thick, that means it's lighter. So even before you buy it and try it, if you can just kind of check the bottle, shake it, and if it's a little like watery, it jiggles around, then it should work well. So I would normally, if you have access to a steam room, I haven't done this in quite a while, but yes, it's great if you can just oil your skin, the whole body, and go sit in a steam room for just 10 minutes, 15 minutes if you really need to make it longer, and then get this, a magic glove that works like crazy. The first pair I bought a white color, and I was so taken aback with the amount of dry skin that comes off from your body when you scrub. So after about 10 minutes and 15 minutes, so when your skin is nicely moist, you can actually put on these gloves and just massage. So starting from the neck, your arms, your feet, your stomach, your back, it's a nice massage rub down that you're going to give yourself, and it works like wonders. You won't believe the amount of dead skin that comes off on the glove. So which is why the second time I bought one, I bought a slightly darker color and a little bit more brown, so that it doesn't look as yuck when you finish. And make sure you really dip it in Dettol and soap and hot water and wash it off, because there's oil and grime and everything that's come off of your body. Now if you want to avoid the oil completely at that point, feel free, just go into the your steam room if you have access. If not, just even your shower. Once your skin is moist, then only use the gloves. Yeah, don't use the gloves as soon as you walk into the shower, because your skin is not moist. When you get these gloves, Guardian, Watson, ABC, it's normally between $2 and $5, nothing more expensive than that. So you shouldn't have a difficulty finding them. I'm sure you can find them on Shopee and Lazada and all those online kind of sites as well. It's a very no-nonsense, reasonable one that you can get. So these really work. So don't neglect your legs, don't neglect your arms, your knees, your elbows. Sometimes we tend to get a little darker on the elbows and the knees and things. So make sure once it's moist, you get through all of that. It works like a charm. Just be ready to see how dirty the glove is later. Yeah, don't get shocked. So normally after that, I would like to come in with a very light oil. So ideally coconut oil. If you want to add a little bit of essential oil into it, depending on what smell you like, feel free. Yeah, you can just mix a few drops into your cold pressed natural coconut oil and keep it so that you can just use it straight away on your body, starting even from your neck. In fact, for a long time I used that even on my face, and I felt it made a lot more difference to the quality of my skin than most creams did. And I didn't see the point then, because there's such a dramatic price difference, and that one little bottle lasts you so long as well. So let me show you one of my favorites that I'm using right now. So this is the Sukin. It's chia seed oil. So this is again a little bit on the lighter side. It's not too heavy, so that gets absorbed in quite fast. So even if you have a little excess, so if you see, it's like water. So you want to just dab very little. You don't want to go in with too much excess. And then I would just rub the backs of my hands together just to moisturize, and then the fingers. Do the same for the face. I would normally start here and a little bit there, and that's enough. That drop here and drop here for the whole face normally. Now the thing with these natural oils is they don't smell really great. They have that very raw natural smell to it. If you don't mind that, that's fabulous. Go ahead and use them. But if you really don't like the scent, ideally then again use one drop of essential oil, just add it into that, and you should get whatever scent that you have then. So that is pretty much for the oil. If your eyes are really dry underneath, or your lids seem to be getting dry and wrinkly and very loose skin, I would suggest you use rosehip oil. It's much heavier, the oil, than most of the other oils. It's like almond oil, a little bit heavier. It works really well for hydrating the under eyes and the lids. So it might be a bit too heavy to use on the whole skin. You might tend to break out, but there are women who use it for their whole face and their neck. So if you feel that your skin is really dehydrated, feel free to try and use it. But if not, just use it around the eyes, and I would just sometimes just use it on my lips, just very little, so that you know, it works better than Vaseline. So something that comes along with that are these water sprays. So this is like hydrating mist toner, chamomile and rose. You can make your own. Just get some rose water and use it. You can mist your face before makeup, with makeup, after makeup, in between, no makeup. It just gives you so much of hydration to the face. So I would just come and keep misting myself as much as possible in a day if I have access to it. If not, I always carry a little one. It really locks in the moisture and adds that extra that you need, especially because Singapore, we are in the AC a lot, and then we get out in AC, and so we tend to dry out quite a bit. So it's great that you can carry just even a small little bottle as a mist spray, and that'll work like a charm again. One of the only products that I spend a little bit more on is a face scrub. So this one, if I can show you, is the White Diamond range. It's a 24, it's a diamond infused facial peeling gel. So it's not like a face mask that you put on, wait for it to dry and peel. No, it's more because it's peeling the top layer of your skin, so the more dry skin. So it's like a scrub, but again, you want to make sure you use it only after your face is nicely moist. Wash it well, not when it's in its dry state. So it's something like that. It has little crystal pieces of diamond, so be gentle on the face. Again, this is something that will surprise you with the amount of dry, dull skin that comes off from the top layer. So that gives your face and your neck a really fresh canvas. Don't overdo it. You can use it once or twice a month, not more than that. More than that, you would be taking off more skin than you actually need to. So go easy with it. Unlike other scrubs, then you can just make all these homemade scrubs for in between in the week. But this is good for that twice a month intense scrub that you need. Definitely go back in with some oil after you finish your scrub and your facial, because your skin will need that little extra TLC. Now, some of my favorite face masks, homemade face masks, I would say. I tend to keep a lot of these dried powders, like Fuller's Earth. You can use gram flour if you have at home. Any of those kind of dry powders. Sometimes I have dry papaya powder. Sometimes I have Fuller's Earth. Sometimes it's natural turmeric powder, organic. So turmeric powder, you need to be 100% sure that it's organic, not from the regular packet that you buy for your cooking, because I really don't know how the quality of that is. So you don't want to be putting it on your face for sure. Eating is a different thing. So definitely find the natural organic version. If you can find the raw turmeric, the fresh turmeric, that's great as well. So easy way to keep these dry powders is mix it in with liquids like milk, yogurt, lemon juice, depending on what your skin issue is. One of my favorites is aloe vera. So either you get the big stem from the supermarket, or even if you have the mini aloe vera plant at home, that works perfect. Just scrape out some, put it in the blender and keep a smooth little liquid, and use it up for your face, for your hair. So mix it up in these powders, and it's really nice to apply it. Even if you don't have the powders, just use aloe vera every day, put a little bit of honey in it. It works so lovely on the skin. As you keep using it regularly, you will see the difference in the skin. It really softens it up and helps with the pigmentation as well. So aloe vera is again a very economical way to add something natural to your face regime. Yeah, that was pretty much for the face masks. I don't really use night creams. I would still use the oils again for the night. I tend not to use the very organic smelling ones in the day, because if I have to go out, I would either use something that has a little bit better, a lavender or something citrus tone to it, so that I don't smell weird when I walk out. If not, a really light layer of the oil. I would really just massage it in, and then apply some makeup if I need to. But then you need like bare minimal is nice, because the skin is hydrated and you see the shines coming out naturally, rather than having to use primers. So personally, I don't use primers, but of course if you feel your makeup doesn't last, definitely go ahead and use primers. The normal face scrubs, you can for sure use 2 to 3 times a week, because they're natural, they're nice. You want to try and make sure the face scrubs that you put on your face don't really have those really big granules in them, because they are going to rub and scratch. Yeah, so you want to try and see that you powder it as much as possible when you make your own. So you can powder coffee. All these other powders that I talked about are kind of fine powders, so you will not have that abrasive feeling on your skin. So that way it's more gentle. So I'm not a big fan of a lot of the scrubs that you get outside in the market, because you have more bigger particles in it. And definitely don't use a body scrub on your face. So the tubes and the bottles that particularly say body scrub, you want to make sure that you keep it for the body only. About the face roller and the face comb, they seem to have very good reviews. I personally, I don't put the time into anything like that. I just use my fingers. If I was more dedicated to skincare and wanted to give that extra time, yes, definitely it's good to get a roller. And again, you want to make sure you're doing it in the upward motions. It depends on the quality of the stone used in the rollers. So not any roller that you get is going to be as effective. But again, these are things that you see over a longer period of time. You're not going to see the results right away. So you want to make sure that you are consistent with the roller, and then you will see the difference. But if not, use your fingers, because the warmth from your fingers, I feel, really helps activate the blood circulation. That's the best way. Use your fingers if you can, and simultaneously do your left and right, rather than having to just use your right. So get your left hand also working. It helps. I personally just stick with that. I'm lazy, as I said, when it comes to skincare. So whatever is fast and effective and not too expensive, I make sure I continue using. So I have been using these scrubs and oils on my face and my body for the last about 3+ years, and I see a dramatic difference to from when I was trying to use under eye creams, and they really were not helping. So I tried from Garnier to the Estee Lauder to the more expensive ones, and you would see a difference while I was using them, but the moment I stopped, then that was it, you know. So if it works for you, continue using the creams that you're using and the skincare that works for you. But if not, definitely try introducing some oils. Okay, let's take this question. Foundation and the rest of makeup. I have some residue left in the morning when I have thoroughly cleansed it well. So then you need to get a really good face cleanser. There's a good one in the market that you get in Guardian and Watson. It's called Bioré. It's an oil-based cleanser, but you can just wash it off with water. So even waterproof makeup, nicely just massage it onto your eye makeup, your mascara, even your long stay lipsticks. I would give it like a minute of a massage at least, wash it off once, and if I feel I still have some makeup on, I would go again one more time with a little bit massage and just wash it off with water. So I haven't used a face wash, I would say, in the last 15-20 years at least. No. So yeah, so I would have used a makeup remover that was different before I discovered this 7 years back, but ever since I have only used the Bioré. It's about $17-18 for that whole pump bottle, and it's going to last you at least 3 to 4 months, at least 3 to 4 months. So that's a great way to use it. Use it even on a cotton if you want to take off the last bits and be sure that everything is taken off. So do 2 rounds if you feel your first round hasn't taken off everything. Yeah. Hi Priya. Any other questions? We have about 7 minutes more. Any queries, your skin issues that you tend to have? Okay, if not, let me go into the toners again. Yeah. Ideally get rose water, because then you know what has gone into it. You know that it's going to be organic. Make sure you buy an organic version. You should find it even on iHerb. That shouldn't be an issue. Make your own concoction or sprays. So your mist toners, it shouldn't be that difficult. In fact, even with the rose water, if you don't have aloe, you can mix your powders and just make your own face masks. So use fruits, mash a little bit of papaya, so 1 piece, squeeze a little bit of tomato juice, that's great. Use powders like of spices, you know, nutmeg powder, cinnamon powder. They're all good for acne, removing scars, reducing on the spots. But of course, as I said, these are all natural, so it doesn't happen overnight. You need to be consistent over a few weeks or months, and then you will start seeing a difference. So you have to be patient when it's natural. And I can say, I swear by it, I have been on natural face products and body products for a minimum of 3 to 4 years now, and I love the effect. And I love that I need so little makeup to make my skin glow. So that's what's important, ladies. Since we all like to use a little bit of makeup, you want to make sure the skin is so hydrated and looks so supple that you need very less on the top to actually cover it up. In fact, the other way around, you want to bring out the glow. Coffee for his skincare, yes. So if you can get the filter coffee or the actual beans, grind it up and make it to a nice fine powder. That works perfect. You don't want to be having too many larger pieces. That works fine when you want to make it a body scrub, but as a face scrub you want to make sure it's very well ground into a fine powder. Mix it with whatever options you want depending on your skin. So use a little bit of honey, use rose water, use a little bit of milk. You can use a little bit of the oils if you need to. So depending on what your skin needs, whether it's dry, whether it's oily, whether it's a T-zone, whether you have scarring, whether it's dehydrated, you mix and match and you can use it. But in general, yes, it's a good one. Sometimes I have used even chocolate. It doesn't happen that often because the chocolate never gets left around without it getting finished before I can get some to melt it and put it on my face. But again, you want to make sure that you're getting good quality. You don't want to be getting a regular, just a cheap brand, because it's not good chocolate. So you want to make sure that your chocolate is a good quality. Same with the coffee. So any of these natural powders or products that you want to mix into your face packs that you make, you want to make sure you can find the best quality possible. That's when you'll start seeing the results. And if any of you have any personal questions regarding skincare, feel free to message me on WhatsApp or my Facebook page, and I will try and answer them to the best of my ability. What works for one might not work for the other, so you need to really try and see what works for you. So definitely include a scrub in your skincare routine. You need to take off the dead skin, the dull skin, especially as we are maturing and we're aging. You know, your collagen production reduces, so your skin doesn't replenish as easily. So you want to be taking off the dead skin and the dull skin so that you have fresher, more glowing skin that you can work with. So scrub, oils, and as much as possible try and make your own face masks with whatever is in the kitchen. If you're chopping a banana, just use a little bit of it. If you're chopping papaya, just squish a little bit of it. Lime juice, tomato, if you're squishing, squish a little bit of that. Potatoes you can use. As I said, there's so many options around the kitchen. Just add a little bit even into just a little bit of honey and use a different one every 2-3 days on your skin. If you don't have the time during the day and you're working, try and do it in the evening. Leave it on for 15 to 20 minutes till you feel the pack is nice and dry, and then just wash it off with water. If you feel the face has dried up and it feels burning or any irritation, try and change the permutation or combination of what you used so that the next time those same ingredients don't trigger any reaction. But otherwise, switch over to oils for the face, for the body, and see the difference. And always carry your mist. Don't forget your rose water or your mist. You can even actually carry, you have these sprays that come with the mineral water. So you get them in even little carry bottles, which are convenient. Very nice to just keep spraying your face. So that's about it for today's session. Thank you so much for joining, and I do hope you all will write in and send your questions if you have any further skincare issues or something you want to discuss. Love you all. Have a great weekend. Bye.